Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. How's your day going? How's your weekend going? Shout out to the folks in the chat. How we all doing, folks? How we all feeling after that win last night? Did anybody expect that? I'm pretty sure a lot of you, including myself, probably didn't expect that. But what a comeback by the New York Yankees. We'll talk a little bit about last night's game. We'll get into today's game. We'll talk about the lineup. You know how we do it on this channel, folks. But shout out to the folks in chat. Make sure you all hit that like, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing this channel. But how are you all doing today? I'm gonna pull up the stats from last night's game. I didn't go live for that play-by-play. I was with the family, but I was keeping up. I was following along. I know I'm sure a lot of us didn't really have a lot of faith in last night's game, but what a comeback. What a win. I mean, could you ask for anything more? But there's no doubt that even after last night's win, yes, there are still holes on this team. There's still, there's improvements that need to be made. There's no doubt about that. But last night's win was encouraging, though, and that comeback was very encouraging. So this team is still very well alive. They just need to make games like this a little bit more consistent, and maybe not fall behind right away, or be losing the game 3 or 4 runs, and then try to and then fight back every single game. I mean, I love the fight, but I'd rather these guys take the lead, or if they're losing, I'd rather these guys be losing by 1 or 2 runs instead of being down by 4 runs early on. You know what I mean? So, but again, last night's game, I can't complain. They needed that win. They needed that win big time to stay afloat with the Blue Jays, so they don't fall too far behind in the AL East, because they have the big Toronto series starting tomorrow. They're going to travel to Toronto. It's going to be the second time they play Toronto at Rogers Center, the second time this month. So we'll see what goes down, folks. We'll see what goes down. But first, they got to win today. They have to win today. They got to win the series. All right, they got to win the series. Stroman's on the mound. Let me know what you all think. Like I said, we'll talk about the lineup. We'll get into the predictions. But let me say what's up to the chat. Nosebleed section, first person in the building. How are you? Jasmine's in the building. Brooklyn's in the house. What's up, Susan? I see she put in her thoughts about Anthony Volpe. I knew Nosebleed was going to definitely ask. No doubt about it. Desiree, what's up? She's in the building. What is going on? My man Custodio in the building. What up, Custodio? Make sure you all subscribe to Jason Custodio's channel. Evan is in the building. What's up? Katie's in the building. Petruzzi is in the building. Dev Finch, what's up, buddy? How are you? We got the other Jacob in the building. We got Frederick in the building. Gusto's in the chat this morning. What up, man? Who else we got? Spinning Mantis, good to see you. What's going on, dude? What's going on? Who else? Robert is in the building. What is going on? What's up? Who else? We got Jake in the building. We got Khadijah in the building. What is up? What is up? What is up? Thank you all for tuning in. So, to talk about last night's game, like I said, the Yankees offense just lit up. It just lit up, man. You couldn't have asked for a better comeback. That was the kind of game that the Yankees absolutely needed. Now, the pitching, unfortunately, it's still a bit of an issue for the Yankees, clearly. Will Warren didn't exactly have the greatest of outings. He only went 3 2/3, gave up 5 runs on 5 hits, walked 3 batters, gave up a couple of homers. Strikeouts, he had 5 strikeouts. His ERA is almost at 5. He's at 4.91 right now. So his ERA is a little bit high, but I still believe he could make his improvements. Again, rookie season. Tim Hill came in, only pitched an inning, gave up a run. Scott Efros didn't even make an inning. He gave up a run. Loaisaga, still a problem with this team. Not sure what's going on with Jonathan Loaisiga. He's just not the same. He's just not the pitcher that we were all hoping he would be. Hopefully he can make his improvements in the second half. But, he only pitched an inning and a third, but I don't think he should be pitching it over an inning, period. Luke Weaver, got to give shout out to Luke Weaver. He got the win last night. He pitched an inning and 2/3. He came in with the bases loaded, and he got out of that jam. So shout out to Luke Weaver. Got a couple of strikeouts, only gave up the one walk. And Devin Williams coming in. Yes, he gave up the one run, but he was able to close out the game. So his ERA right now at 4.71. So, Devin Williams is made great improvement, and I think he will continue improving. So I believe his confidence is back. Now, when it comes to the Yankees offense, Goldschmidt, 2 for 5 last night. Bellinger, 2 for 5. He had a home run. Aaron Judge went 1 for 4. Giancarlo Stanton, he got on base. He got on base quite a few times. He walked 3 times, got a hit, scored a couple of runs. So Giancarlo, shout out to Giancarlo Stanton. Jazz Chisholm Jr., he was 1 for 5 with an RBI. Trent Grisham was, 2 for 5. He had 5 RBIs. Grisham with that big grand slam to give the Yankees the lead. So Grisham got, helped the Yankees win with that giant grand slam. So shout out to Trent Grisham and Anthony Volpe, folks. Anthony Volpe, a 4 RBI game. He hit a couple of homers. It was his first multi-home run game in his career. So Anthony Volpe, came through in the clutch. He came through big time. This was his best game of the season. I want to see more of this from Anthony Volpe. I'm not saying he's got to hit a couple of homers, but every single game, or he's got to hit a home run every single game. He's got to come through in situations where it truly matters, right? So I want to see more consistency, more of this clutch moments, more clutch moments from Volpe, just coming through when it truly matters. Austin Wells 0 for 4 had an RBI. Peraza went 0 for 2. You had Rice come in and pinch hit. Vivas took over. So, the Yankees bats, man. The Yankees bats came through, and Luke Weaver came through, man. Luke Weaver coming through in a very tight situation. That got me nervous with the bases loaded, man. With him coming in, I know he hasn't looked great in his last few outings, but he, came through when it mattered. And Robert, I know you're saying everybody loves Volpe now. I'm very happy with what Volpe did last night, but I need to see more. It's one game. It was great. I loved it. He needed a moment like that. Absolutely needed it, but I need to see more. I need to see more. And I saw Bryce come in the chat. What up? Jonathan's in the chat. What is going on? What is up? What is up? But shout out to you guys. What's going on? Jake is in the building. What up? I think with Volpe, it was a fluke. I don't think he's going to have a good game today. Hope I'm wrong. I don't know about fluke. I wouldn't call that a fluke. But again, I'm not expecting him to hit home runs every single day. I just want him coming through in situations where it truly matters. I want him to get on base more. That's what I want to see. I think that's what we all want to see from Anthony Volpe. All right. That's what I want to see. I'm sure the rest of you feel that way. So he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere until the Yankees say otherwise. But he's part of this team until the Yankees say otherwise. Now, of course, Yankees have they got the rubber game today against the Braves. Hopefully they can win the series. I'll pull up the lineup for both teams. That game is going to start at 1:35. So I'll pull up the lineup right now and let me know what you all think about the lineup. I like the lineup a lot. Most of you should as well, one would hope. And guess what? Trent Grisham's not in the lineup, even after hitting that grand slam. How many folks are going to complain about that? I'll ask you all that real quick. Jake Boss says, I really want to see contact hitting Volpe. These home runs probably not good for his swing long term. That's more or less what I'm getting at, Jake. I want to see more of those contact hitting situations, right, with him coming through in the clutch. So that's what I want. Custodio is adding. Volpe always does better after the All-Star break. I expect him to stay hot for a while, then wear it down after. But about a month, I really think. Yeah, you're right, man. But I don't. That's the thing, though. I don't want this guy only playing well after the All-Star break, and then going on, staying hot for a month and then kind of regressing. We need him like this. We need him hot all throughout the season. Yes, he is going to experience slumps. Every player does, although his slumps are more often than not, right? So, but there needs to be better consistency from him. So, like I said, I will. Oh snap! We got Gusto's girl in the building too. What's up there, Gusto's girl? How's it going? But let me pull up this lineup. Let's get this lineup up here. Yeah, that may be so, Nosebleed, but that's the thing. I mean, I'm all for solid contact. That's great, but if it's not producing into something positive, that's a concern for me. It's like it's like when I had Corey Hart on the show, we were talking about the whole analytics thing. I mean, it's cool, right? It's cool, like talking about hard hit balls and solid contact and launch angles. I mean, that stuff is cool. But at the end of the day, what matters is the results. That's what matters at the end of the day. I mean, that's my thought, at least. Oh snap! We got my man Max in the building. What up, dude? Yeah, DP, dude. I know, man. I know. Yeah. Well, shout out to Dustin Poirier. I know he lost last night, but it was his final fight of his career. But shout out to Dustin Poirier. That dude was a gamer. He was a beast. Definitely overcome a lot of doubt and adversity. So, and James is in the building. He says unsung hero last night was Weaver. He got it. Yeah, I know, man. That got me nervous, but he came through. That's what, yeah. And I like Ben Rice as well, but yeah, he hasn't been himself either. Like in terms of the bat. Yeah, he has, he has good stuff, but yeah, he's been getting unlucky. But again, I could only use the unlucky stuff for so long. Custodio says he's not a guy who could play 160 games per year, not yet anyway. A regular day off per week would do him good, I think, for Volpe. I would agree, only if they had a backup for him, but they don't. It was a good time, dude. It was a good time. Do I think the Yankees will trade Rice? I don't think so. He has too much value. He has too much versatility. The Yankees really like that in players. I could see JC Oscar getting traded potentially. And they did promote Rafael Flores to AAA. You know what, man? I did not get a chance to watch the Pacquiao fight. I'd have to watch it and give you my thought. Yeah, Usyk. I know Usyk. I unfortunately didn't get to watch the fight last night, but yeah. Oh, Old Sarge, sir. Salute. How are you? I'm looking forward to your joke today. What's the joke of the day there, Old Sarge? He says, I think Rice is the south piece on the board. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they will be sellers. They already said that they have a few guys available. Oh, snap. My man Infernus is in the building. What up? I'm thinking the Yankees may have to consider dealing Rice or J-Dom, especially since Boone doesn't seem to know how to use them. Yeah, but I think Dominguez is going to play. He'll get more playing time next season, right? Because Grisham's probably going to be gone. As far as Ben Rice, assuming that they don't sign Paul Goldschmidt back, and if let's just say they trade JC Oscara, I could potentially see Rice being the backup catcher. He could play first base. He could be a DH. So I don't know. Yankees might have something here. But look, if I don't think Dominguez is going anywhere. Rice, I see being traded before Dominguez. But if you are going to trade Ben Rice, I'm not trading him for peanuts. You need to get something of value back for him. But anyway, let's bring up the lineup. Let's bring up this lineup. Let me know what you all think about this lineup. We'll pull it up on the screen here. But here's your starting lineup for your New York Yankees. You have the Martian leading off, playing left field. Aaron Judge is batting second. He'll be playing right field. Cody Bellinger batting third. He'll be playing center field. Giancarlo Stanton is batting cleanup. What up, William? How's it going, dude? Giancarlo Stanton batting second. He'll be the DH today. Jazz Chisholm Jr. batting fifth. He'll be playing second base. Paul Goldschmidt batting sixth. He'll be playing first base. Ben Rice is at the dish. He'll be batting seventh. Anthony Volpe, arguably the hero of the game. He'll be playing shortstop. He'll be batting eighth. Yorbit Vivas batting ninth. He'll be playing third base. How do we feel about this lineup? Marcus Stroman is your starting pitcher. 1-1 record with a 6.66 ERA. I mean, ERA is a little bit misleading. He hasn't really pitched in a lot of games. And let me know what you all think. And then the lineup for the Braves is Profar, Olsen, Acuna, Baldwin, Albies, Ozuna, Alvarez, Harris is second, Allen. Holmes is your starting pitcher for the Braves. He's 4-8 with a 3.77 ERA. Folks in the chat, let me know what you think about the lineup. How do you all feel about the lineup? Talk to me. So Susan says, I like the Martian leadoff. Over the last, Jake Boss adding some boxing here. Over the last couple of years, Usyk has become, Usyk is a beast, dude. Usyk is a beast. I like Usyk. Gusto says it's not a bad lineup. I agree. And Jake says, like I said before, I like the lineup. I don't know how I feel about Grisham sitting after a good game yesterday, but Dominguez needs playing time, so I'm not mad about it. Understood. I get it. James says he likes the lineup. Jake Boss says he likes the lineup. Susan says not thrilled with Vivas at third, but as of now, it's him or Peraza, and they both stink. Well, pick your poison. Hopefully they get a productive third baseman at the deadline. Surprise Stanton in after a night game in a good way. Yeah, you and me both. Man, the lineup would be deadly. Yeah, I agree, Custodio. With the right third baseman, this lineup would be an absolute upgrade, man. Would be an absolute upgrade. Susan says, I'm afraid Stroman will walk guys and give up multiple home runs. Really hope Stro has a good start. Victor Volante, what's up, man? I think the Yankees should fire Grog. His lineups suck. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. That's funny. But actually, Stroman, in his last couple of starts, he hasn't looked too bad. His last start against the Mets. Now, granted, the Yankees lost that game, but he kept the team in the game for the most part. He kept the team in the game. It's not like he pitched a bad game. I mean, sure, his stat line wasn't great, but he wasn't too bad. And he actually looked good. And that start against Oakland was actually I said Oakland, but the Athletics wasn't too bad either. His last start was the Mariners. I thought, okay, it might have been the Mariners, but he hasn't looked bad in his last few starts. It's absolutely, it is. What's up, Giku? What up, Beagle? What's going on? Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out, folks. Let's continue growing this channel. Appreciate everybody tuning in. But yeah, Stroman didn't look too bad in his last few starts. Let's see what he does today. If he could, in all honesty, if he could go 4 innings, I'd take that. 5 would be to me would be amazing. If we went more than 5, that's exceptional. Let me know if you agree with that. Sent at bats yesterday were perfection. He looked awesome and comfortable. Yeah, I know. And there's certain folks out there in the Yankee world that think that he doesn't belong on this team. He's still a threat, and opposing pitchers don't like pitching to him, clearly. So, yeah, hopefully you heal up soon there, Custodio. Hopefully you heal up soon, bro. But yeah, that's the lineup right there, folks. Hopefully you all are happy with the lineup. You know, again, Dominguez is leading off. That's where he belongs. I don't know why, but I still like the idea of I like Judge batting third, but that's just me. I mean, I get the whole like lefty righty matchup. I understand that. I get it, but I just like Judge batting third. The rest of the lineup is fine. You know, the rest of the lineup is fine. Volpe batting eighth is fine. Yeah, I have no complaints about the lineup. Yo, Ace, what up, man? I know he's going live for the play-by-play. Make sure you all subscribe to the Ace Avenue. If you're not subscribed to the Ace Avenue, or Max, or Custodio, or any of the other content creators, I mean, what the hell's wrong with you people? You know? Boone said he would rather just get in the playoffs over winning the division. Well, I mean, here the way I'll interpret that, and you know, I don't know what Boone meant by that. The way I would interpret it is because if you finish first place in the division and you go to the postseason as division leaders, doesn't always guarantee a championship. It doesn't. It doesn't always guarantee a World Series, and we've seen that. So if they got into the postseason, as a wild card team, I don't think it would be that big of a deal, honestly, because wild card teams still have a chance of winning the World Series. So that's my view. That's my take on it. But the Yankees should do everything they can to win the division. I'm not saying that they should just go in as a wild card team. If they make it as a wild card team, then so be it. But yeah, another piece of news, folks, related to the Yankees. They signed 18 of their 19 selections from the 2025 draft. So they signed 9 of their pitchers, 7 right-handed pitchers, 2 left-handed pitchers. They signed 7 infielders, 2 outfielders. So they were busy signing their draft picks. Now they could turn their focus to the deadline. So, we got, like another 11 days till the trade deadline. So let's see if the Yankees make any moves this week. But next week, you bet there's probably going to be tons of moves, not, obviously around baseball. So we're slowly but surely, we are getting there. And also, Brian Hoke put out this tweet. He said that the Yankees plan to have Cam Schlittler start on Tuesday, Max Fried on Wednesday at Toronto. Carlos Rodon is going to pitch tomorrow in the series opener against the Blue Jays. So hopefully it sounds like hopefully everything is going according to plan. So let's hope it stays that way. There's no hiccups. So, well, that's what I'm saying. Winning the division is more important. I'm not saying that they should not go and win the division. Absolutely, they should try to do everything they can to win the division. I prefer that, but if they go into the postseason as a wild card team, so be it. As long as they go out there and perform, So, yeah, no, they absolutely need to go out. They absolutely needed to win. Finish at the top of the division. You ain't wrong there, Victor. Blue Jays are playing real good. Huge series starting Monday. You got that right, man. What's up, Merck? What's going on? Yeah, the only one that didn't sign is he plans on returning to college. Yeah, I was talking with Jason from 161 about that, so shout out to him. But I like these better than what there, Evan. But yeah, I think, what was I going to say? I like the Yankees draft, though. I like some of the guys that they drafted. I watched some highlights. There's a lot of potential there. There's a lot of potential there, but we'll see how things pan out in the future. But yeah, let's get into these predictions, folks, because the game is going to start here in the next 30 minutes. Let's get into these predictions. Again, Custodio, I don't know. Oh, snap. Yeah, Evan. Like I said, wild card spot is fine, but the goal should always be winning the division. 100%. I'm not saying I'm not gonna. If I'm the manager of the Yankees or as a fan, even I'm not saying these guys should worry about the wild card. No, you go out there and win the division. And folks, send your prayers, your positive thoughts, your condolences to Merck. Sounds like, looks like his stepmom passed away. My condolences, man, to you and the family, bro. I am sorry for your loss. It's never easy losing a family member, bro. I'm sorry. But my condolences to the family, to you. All right. We're thinking, bro. We're thinking of you. Very sorry to hear that. Very sorry to hear that, man. That's tough. I'm sorry. But folks in the chat, make sure you guys please send your condolences, your positive thoughts, prayers to Merck, rest of the family. All right, man. We got you, dude. If you want to reach out to me, dude, feel free to reach out. If you want to talk to somebody, man, please don't hesitate to reach out. Please don't hesitate to reach out. So, again, condolences to the family and you guys, man. So, Barger's unavailable for Jays. Toronto's good, but I feel, I'm not sleeping on Toronto despite Barger not being hurt, man. So I'll just throw that out there. I'm not sleeping on the Blue Jays. AL East right now is a little hot. No problem, Merck. We're here for you, bro. We're all here for you. I mean, Yankees or no Yankees, bro. I mean, we're all fans, but when stuff like this happens, we got to come together. So, hey, my man Rodney's in the building. Snap, Miss 1000. What's up, Margaret? How's it going? What's going on? And let's check prediction from Old Sarge. Old Sarge knocks out a rosary for Merck's stepmom. I've got your spiritual back, brother. There you go. All right, my man, coming, saying some good things. What happened? What do you mean? No, just one of our subscribers, Merck So Saucy. He said that his stepmother passed away last night there, Nathaniel. So just asked everybody to send her condolences and prayers, thoughts to Merck, for Merck's stepmother. What's up, Chef? The chef is in the building. What up, man? What is going on? Well, let's get into these predictions, people. Let's get into these predictions. What do we got? What do we have for Marcus Stroman today? How is Marcus Stroman going to do? What is his stat line going to be today? Nosebleed coming through. Oh, I was just talking about how like, we're all Yankees fans, but when somebody in our community, if they lose, or subscribers, right, if they lose somebody or something's going wrong, we try to be there for them. I was saying that Merck put out in the chat that his stepmother passed away last night. So, just ask everybody to kind of send their condolences, prayers, positive thoughts. So, but Nosebleed coming through with 5 innings pitched, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 3 runs. I find that to be reasonable. Jake is thinking 5 innings, 4 runs. Okay. You talking about Stroman? I'm not saying he's been stellar, but he looks he's looked all right in his last few starts. I don't think he was stellar, but Ronnie says 5 innings, 4 walks, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts. I could see the 4 walks. Victor coming through with 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 5 innings pitched. So we're thinking high walk rate for him. Look, I could see him going 5. I could see him going 5 innings. Yeah, 5 innings. I'm gonna agree with the 4 walks. Honestly, I gotta say 5 innings, 4 walks. I'm also gonna say 5 strikeouts. I hope I'm wrong on the walks, but 5 innings, 4 walks. I see him giving up 2 runs. But honestly, I'm more worried about the bullpen. Yeah, Winans can give them length, but yeah, I'm more concerned about the bullpen. I'll be honest with you guys. But hopefully he could go 5. Evan is adding here 5 innings, 3 runs, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. Nice. JT says I could see 5 innings, but I can also see this game being a pen game. Yeah, you're not wrong, dude. Great food in Atlanta. That's what I heard. Why are the Yankees not utilizing the prospects in their farm for their bullpen instead of signing? So I mean, they have called up a few guys recently, man. It's just a matter of if they're panning out. Like they just called up Clayton Beater, but I believe they sent him back down. They just called up Alan Winans. And some of their other guys are hurt right now too. So they're waiting for some of these guys to make their comeback. Fernando Cruz, who should be back in August. Mark Leiter Jr., I think he began his throwing program yesterday. So they got a few guys in the bullpen that are hurt, but they're still going to definitely go out there and acquire some arms for the bullpen. They're going to have to. Yeah, Winans isn't necessarily that good. You're right there, Jake, but at least, they have somebody, right? It's not an attractive name, but I've never been to Atlanta, Evan. I'd like to visit though. Or just pitch them with 85 pitch limit. They might do that. Yankster says that the pitching rotation going downhill. Yeah, I mean, we certainly thought that last night, but bats came through. Yeah, Hamilton is just not it, man. I don't know what's going on with Hamilton. That guy is not the. He's not the Terminator that we all thought he was. All right, but we got our predictions for Marcus Stroman. How many double plays did the Yankees hit into tonight? What do we got, folks? What do we got for double plays? James is adding Stroh goes 5 with 3 runs, and I'll take it. Let's hope Judge shows some slug today. Yeah, buddy. 1 double play from Nosebleed. 3 from Rodney. 2 from Susan. I'm with Susan on this one. I'm going 2. Jake says probably 3. Any other double play predictions? Drop your double play predictions, folks. Egyptian says 2 minimum. All good, John Q. That's why I put the poll out there. You all could voice your opinions on this one. I just want to create a little controversy. Excuse me. But there's 40 votes in the chat though, and 52% said yes. 47% so far said no. So you all get to vote. It's all up to you. Victor says 3. You see Volpe got a pass for today. I mean, you saw what he did last night. Let's see what he does today. Jazz needs to simmer his brain. Well, I know there was that controversy with Jazz yesterday. He claims that I think the guy's name is Eddie Perez. Pointed at his head, and Jazz was claiming that the guy was saying we're going to throw at your head, but Perez says that Perez said something else. Apparently, he meant something else about stealing signs or something like use your brain. But I don't know. I don't know if the Major League Baseball is going to investigate. I have no idea, but I don't know. One double play from Cadiza. Yes, indeed. All right. Home runs, people. Home runs. Who's hitting a home run today? So, we know Bellinger hit one. Grisham hit one. None of us expected Grisham, I'm sure. And nobody expected Volpe to hit two yet last night. Any surprises today? Are we just going to go with the usual suspects? John Q is adding one double play. Yeah, maybe we do see a brawl today. A lot of those guys don't know how to throw a proper punch. It's hilarious. Dominguez from nosebleed. Jake doesn't think anyone's going to hit one. Understood. Evan is adding Jazz. Okay. I'm always going to say Judge. Obviously, Judge. You know what? I'm going to say Vivas. Because there's times I like to pick surprise names. So I'm going to say Vivas, Judge, and you know what? Ben Rice. There you go. Home run from the Martian. Susan says Egyptians going Judge, Martian, Jazz. Volpe. There you go, Chef. Judge, Stanton, Rice, and Jazz from Victor. The usual guys. Let me guess. The Twins and somebody else. Rice hits a homer. Stantonstein. Twins, Martian, and Jazz. Okay. You know what? Volpe hit 2 home runs yesterday. None of us expected that, including this guy. might as well just be bold with my prediction. Home run derby in this game. Yeah. What's up there, Ronald? Yeah, fundamentally, yeah, they're still making mistakes, man. I mean, I don't like these mistakes that they're making. So it's certainly unacceptable. Ball was carried. Yeah, it was. It was. You're right about that, Victor. Ronnie says I'm not saying a word about Volpe. Yeah, it's all good, dude. You don't have to. You don't have to. All up to you, dude. All up to you, bro. All right. Any other home run predictions? Drop it in the chat. Let us know. All right. Who do we got for what do we got for score? What do we got for score? What's today's score going to be? What's the final score, people? Drop your score predictions. So last night's game, 12-9. Jake thinks 7-5. I got you, Jake. Nosebleed says 8-4. Victor says 7-4. Victor says 7-4. $6-3 from Evan. He says the Braves. Okay. $10-5 from Guy. 7-4 from Rodney. 9-8 from Egyptian. Let's see that score prediction. Man, it's getting harder and harder now with these score predictions. I'm gonna go 8-6. That's what I got for today's score. Merck says 8-4 Yankees. Okay. So 8-4. Imagine Stroman throwing a no-hitter. Oh man, his career would be alive again. Oh snap. Guy 4 runs. LOL. I'm saying 8-6 though. I think that's what the score is going to be today. So 8-6. That's my score prediction. 8-6 Yankees. They take the series, hopefully. But they need obviously the bats to come through. And pitching is going to be very important. Pitching is bad right now, but pitching right now, they just need to try to hold it down. So 6-5 and a nail biter. I mean, yeah, it's all right, man. I got you. What's up, Sabine? Good to see you. She says 8-5. Okay. Nothing wrong with that prediction. What's going on, Sabine? Any other score predictions? Let me know. Because I am going to wrap it up here pretty soon. Food, people. What are we doing for food? What's for lunch? Or is it brunch? Or is it a late breakfast? Or are we snacking on something? What are we doing here tonight or today, folks? What are we doing for food? If the chef is still in the chat, what are you doing, chef? One of the pitching matchups versus the Phillies is Stroman versus Wheeler. Woo-hoo. That should be fun. What are we doing for food, people? Just had pizza, burgers later. Nice. That sounds like an amazing Sunday. All right, sounds good, Merc. Sounds good, dude. Again, yeah, if you're yeah, hopefully I'll see you for the play-by-play, bro. But take time to yourself too. Oh, I got Tim Hill. I mean, obviously Williams, Weaver. Copy on that guy. John Q says 10-12 extra innings. Ooh, what is Chef saying here? Braised short rib tacos with a pico de gallo, coleslaw, and grilled avocado guacamole. Dang, Chef is going in. Yeah, for sure, bro. Prime rib on the grill. Okay. So we're grilling. Lucky victory? I don't know if that was lucky, man. I don't know about all that. Yeah, Chef Nick is he ain't Chef Ramsay, he's just Chef Nick. No doubt. Grilled cheese for Guy. Ain't nothing wrong with grilled cheese, man. It's easy, it tastes good, simple. Oh, Victor's meal. Oh, got you. Oh wow, you're in California? All right. I'm an hour ahead of you there, Victor. But any other food? Falafel from Bative? For real? Nice. Sunday breakfast at 12 p.m. is perfectly fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with Sunday breakfast at noon. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Toronto's already leading the Giants. Oh, boy, yeah. Sam Adams, cherry wheat. Oh, he's going to be drinking, huh? Okay. Oh, before the break, he was hitting the ball hard for outs, optimistic. Yeah, gotcha. Well, I mean, Canley just kept throwing change-ups. So, but he's not on the team anymore. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say Weaver and Williams for sure. But, yeah, Tommy Tight Pants, Mr. Change-Up. But anyway, folks, I'm going to end the live stream here. Victor. I'm going to end the live stream here. I'm going to go live for the play-by-play here in about 5 minutes. Appreciate you all tuning in for the pregame. As always, you guys and gals are the best. Thank you to all the new subscribers. You guys and gals are greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. I'll see you all for the play-by-play. We'll get that going. Game's going to start here in less than 10 minutes. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I'll see you all for the play-by-play. So as always, make sure you all hit that like button. Hit that like button on the way out. If not, if you're watching this on the rerun, hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and share this channel out. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you all very much. Thank you all for the continued support. Everybody have a great Sunday. And as always, let's go Yankees.